Welcome. We've got a truly special lined up for you today. We're going to be diving into a heartwarming, cinematic storybook tale called Luna's Greatest Treasure. Instead of our usual data deep dives, we're actually going to break down the narrative structure, the emotional beats, and the absolutely gorgeous visual storytelling of this rich animated story. It's kind of like a Pixar-style journey about kindness, family, and courage, all told through the eyes of a ridiculously cute kitten. So, get comfortable, let your imagination run wild, and let's just jump right into this magical journey. So, our story begins with just the absolute perfect morning. I mean, picture this beautiful, soft lighting. We've got a bright, golden sunrise glowing over a super cozy little house that's completely surrounded by blooming pink and yellow flowers. And if you really listen closely, you can almost hear the gentle morning birds singing their cheerful tweet tweet. Inside that sunlit bedroom, a tiny, fluffy kitten is just waking up, stretching her paws as the magic of a brand new day actually begins.
Peekaboo! Meet Luna. I mean, just imagine her cheerful, expressive personality. With that soft white fur, those massive, sparkling blue eyes, and her adorable golden ears, you can instantly tell she's just full of energy. She absolutely loves to play and explore her happy home. She's the star of our story, and she has a ton of wonderful things to show us today. But as she tells us right from the start, the absolute best part of her day isn't even the exploring. It's spending time with the two most important cats in her entire life.
And Luna's two favorite cats perfectly balance her world. On one side, we have Mom, and Mom is all about warmth and comfort. When Luna gets a little scared or falls down, Mom is always right there to give the absolute best squishy hugs. She kisses Luna's forehead, calls her little star, and hums these sweet, calming lullabies. Then, on the flip side, we have Dad. Dad is the adventurer of the family. He's always ready for high-flying action. He teaches Luna how to jump high, zoom around chasing butterflies, and climb tiny hills. It's just a perfect balance of comfort and courage. Now, the crucial point here is that while Luna's parents are teaching her how to play and, feel safe, they are also teaching her some seriously valuable life lessons. Dad always tells Luna, being kind is your greatest superpower. I really want you to remember that line, because in any great cinematic story, the core theme is established super early on. For Luna, learning to be kind, brave, and loving, well, that's the real adventure she's embarking on every single day. All right, let's dive into this amazing space. Welcome to Luna's Toy Room. Visually, this is just so rich and vibrant. Imagine all these colorful friends lined up, completely ready for the day's activities. Luna doesn't just see these things as objects, right? To her, they are literally the best adventure team ever. Every single one of them has a specific role to play in her daily imagination. So let's meet the crew. I actually want you to play along with me here and just imagine the sounds. First up, we have the ever-reliable Mr. Teddy. Then there's the rainbow ball going boing, boing. Right over here is Captain Mouse, who is absolutely essential for treasure hunts. He goes squick. Then we have Princess Bunny. She's the VIP guest at all the tea parties, going slurp, slurp. And of course, you can't forget the little yellow duck, who goes quack in the bath. This structured little lineup really highlights how incredibly vivid and detailed a child's imagination, or I guess in this case, a kitten's imagination, can really be.
Well, after gathering the team, it's time for the family morning routine. And this is where we really see that feeling of a loving home being built. It's morning, and Mom has made a yummy breakfast of tall, fluffy pancakes drizzled with honey. Dad greets Luna with a really cheerful, "Good morning, sunshine." They eat, they smile, and the joy is just palpable. In fact, Luna says that when they go outside to play, Mom laughs so hard that the flowers in the garden actually seem to wiggle and dance along with her. And the magic of their day doesn't stop there. Imagine a gentle pitter-patter of rain passing through the garden. Just wiggle your fingers like falling rain for a second. After the rain clears, a giant, magical, sparkling rainbow sweeps right across the sky. The lighting in this scene is absolutely gorgeous, perfectly highlighting the warmth of the family standing together, feeling completely surrounded by love and nature. It's just a perfect, happy day. But wait, every good story needs a moment of conflict, right? The tone of our story suddenly shifts here. A cool wind blows in. It's a windy day. And Luna has realized that something is very, very wrong. A little problem has popped up, and one of her absolute best friends is missing. It's Captain Mouse. He's completely gone. So Luna goes into full detective mode. We follow a really clear step-by-step search pattern here, which is great for building suspense. First, she looks under the bed. Is he there? Nope. Next, she digs deep into her colorful toy box. Anything? Nope. Finally, she checks behind the sofa, hoping to see his little sailor hat. Still nope. And this brings us to the emotional low point of our story. Luna's little golden ears droop down. She sits on the floor, and big, sad tears start to fall. She whispers that he's gone. But, this is exactly where the lessons from her parents come into play. Mom wraps her in a warm hug, and Dad grabs a flashlight, shining it on the floor. He tells her, "Let's keep looking. Superheroes never give up." Now I want to pause for a second and ask you directly, where do you think Captain Mouse could be hiding? We've already checked the bed, the toy box, and the sofa. Take a second and just think about where a tiny mouse with a sense of adventure might end up in a house full of fun hiding spots. Suddenly, listen closely. Do you hear that? Squeak, squeak. Dad's ears perk up. The whole family tiptoes across the room toward Luna's colorful blanket fort. They gently peek inside and boom, there he is. Captain Mouse is literally just hiding behind a cozy pillow the whole time. The suspense completely breaks and the room just fills with joyful, bubbling laughter. They did it! After all that excitement settles down, we get this incredibly sweet cinematic resolution. The lighting shifts back to this beautiful, warm, golden hour glow. Luna is right in the middle, wrapped in the biggest, tightest hug from Mom and Dad. Her toys are all around her, but right now, all her attention is completely on her parents. She realizes something really profound in this quiet moment. Looking up, Luna reflects on her day. She says, "I have great toys and fun adventures, but my family is my greatest gift. They help her when she's sad, they celebrate when she's happy, and they teach her how to be brave. The toys are wonderful, for sure, but the love and support of her family is her true greatest treasure." And that brings us to the end of Luna's story, but the lesson extends right off the screen to all of us. If you have someone around you who loves you, whether that's family, a friend, or even a pet, I want you to go give them a giant, squishy hug right now. Seriously, give them a big squeeze. Because just as Luna learned today, love really is the best adventure of all. But before we go, I want to leave you with this one thought. In the busy, vibrant storybook of your own daily life, what is the greatest treasure you might be taking for granted, and how will you celebrate it today? Thank you so much for joining me for this beautiful explainer. Keep exploring, keep being kind, and I'll see you next time.